in Clacton, listening to Radio Air Show from BBC Essex. Look right up as high as you possibly can, and you will see Rich trying to make a bit of an impression here. Now, Rich, a couple of years ago, decided to do something rather special. He wanted to do a smiley face in the sky, and he decided, by the look of things, to do another one. So look right up. I can barely look that high, because when I turn my head up that high, the headphones slip off. But looking up into the blue sky has a beautiful face. Now, I think, ladies and gentlemen, that's a smiley. Yes, there is a smile. A big, wide smile. This is going to be the biggest emoji you've ever seen. So get your camera ready, get your phone ready. Are these the eyes coming? This is absolutely incredible. Smoke on, smoke on, smoke on, smoke off to make the eyes. Look at that. That could be dangerous to the tigers. Now look to your right, and it's time to welcome our second aerial entertainment of Day 2 of Clacton Air Show, coming in from the Martello Tower end of the seafront. Rich is back.
Rich Goodwin in the muscle biplane, flying a Pitts aircraft, highly modified. It is awesome. 8.5-litre engine.
What a sound!
Listen to that, 300 horsepower, 8.5-litre Lycoming engine, an aircraft that weighs 700 kilograms, that's less than your average car, and a top speed of over 200 miles per hour. As Rich starts his rolls and gyroscopic manoeuvres with an awesome, massive smoke system. You really need your cameras at the ready for this display.
And the smoke system that he drew, the big smiley face emoji in the sky, is still there, still hanging around above the display.
I love the fact that the smiley face was way above our heads and is now floating down to the sea. A lovely knife edge pass from Rich there, showing us the underside of the plane. You may have noticed a little wing waggle, the three tips of the wings before the start of the display. That indicates the start or the end of the display. It's a tradition that aerobatic pilots entered years ago with competition flying, and it's lovely to know when they're about to begin.
Oh, just casually flying upside down, inverted as you do, for quite some distance. A beautiful biplane this, so two wings, if you can imagine an old sort of historic looking biplane, and this very modern, bright blue colour with a kind of white Union Jack livery on the top wing. Rolling it around, toy aerodrome.
I think this toy, a very expensive toy, they spent 4 years modifying. A huge amount of work Rich has put into restoring this aircraft to make it as high speed as it really is. The muscle biplane is based on the original Pitts special. It's got the 6-cylinder, 8.5-litre Lycoming 540 engine, pulling up to 300 horsepower. You've taken the standard Pitts gear and removed it. The engine mounts in modified profile drag. He has a modified rudder design which provides better looks and is more powerful on yaw control when the aircraft goes side to side. It has new wings rather, which produce an amazing roll rate. And he's climbing up to the vertical, spinning as he goes, showing the gyroscopic capabilities of this aircraft. And then he's smoking off, suspended in the air, and now he's toppling down. Smoke back on, heading down towards the pier.
Sam, you're a pilot. I mean, would you have a stomach strong enough for this?
Well, I think I've flown up to 8G-5, which was pretty amazing. That was in an extra 300 aircraft, a bit like a Formula 1 car. I've not flown in a Pitts actually, but with these kind of gyroscopic maneuvers, the high and low G is very on-off G, so you have high G for a few seconds when it's on, off. So if you're good at fairground rides, you'll probably be okay with G-force. You need quite a lot of stamina and fitness because physically it's very demanding on the body. Imagine if you're upside down and you're carrying 4 times your body weight. It's a bit like a cow sitting on your chest. Names for some of the manoeuvres that he pulls. There's something called a Harrier, a double hammerhead, the amazing Tower of Power. I think we'll have to try and spot that one later. And then of course torque rolls, backwards flight, inverted flight, and then high alpha knife edge passes. There's something for everyone in this aerobatic display. Designed in the 1960s, the S2S, which is the model Rich has modified the aircraft on, and that was designed for competition and air show aerobatics. Still many pilots today fly pits around the UK in British aerobatic competitions.
Bye. Come on.
Rich pulling up to the vertical there, spinning as he goes, and waits for the suspension at the top as he holds the face in position, smoke trailing out from underneath, and he slowly drops her down, essentially dropping backwards from the tail. Smoke is on, and diving down, and smoke back on as he heads out towards the sea. Now, for an aerobatic pilot, it's a lot of planning and a lot of hard work in that cockpit. He has his routine, usually on a little piece of paper with some diagrams called arrestes, so his little scribbles that shows him which manoeuvres he's doing. He will also be looking at the aircraft performance, making sure that the engine oil is good, it's got enough fuel, it's not getting too hot, and all the while trying to check his position and make sure he flies within the parameters of the air display permissions, not.
Now, Rich will be able to see you, so let's make sure we give him a fantastic response as he flies past one last time here for Clacton Air Show 2022, wiggling his wings as he goes.
So come on, get your hats, get your brollies, get your flags, anything you've got, give Rich a huge wave. He can see you. Rich Goodwin in the muscle biplane.
Superb, thank you Rich, and thank you for the big smiley face in the sky to start our display. That is something we won't forget.
He's having so much fun, he's not quite done yet. Suspending above us over the commentary point there, smoke's on, smoke's off. The aircraft suspending in the air, hardly moving. Here comes the smoke tumbling out the back of the aeroplane. What will he do next? Who can tell?
I think from the right to the left, heading over the pier and soaring into the skies, the blue skies that we have here today over Clacton. What a graceful sight. Swept back wings. We're going to take you through the action. Describe this MiG-15, the Norwegian Air Force Historical Squadron. Again, a pilot that we know well here in Clacton displaying this. In fact, he's going to be flying not one but 2 aircraft today for the sound, isn't he?
Yes, so Ken Ark-Whistler, who's part of the Norwegian Historical Squadron, flying the MiG this afternoon, and then the Vampire. Ken joined the military military in 1981 and very quickly accumulated lots of hours. He's got over 15,000 hours flying experience, and he's also been a flying instructor. He's flown for Scandinavian Airlines and captained on Boeing aircraft in the late 90s. He trained as a forward air controller, directing and guiding aircraft to find ground targets when he was in the military, and now flying for Scandinavian Airlines. He's been displaying and flying since 2007, actively involved in the maintenance of all the aircraft on the Norwegian historical Squadron, and he has such a passion for aerobatics. He absolutely loves it. He enjoys flying the Yak 52, the Vampire and the MiG, of course, as well as the Canada Air 233 that we've seen display here at Clacton in the past. But this afternoon, flying the MiG, or Red 18, as it's sometimes called. It was Polish built, it was produced in 1952, operated by the Norwegian Air Historical Squadron as a representative of a Cold War enemy. It's lovely to see these vintage jets. I would feel like, although they've got so much power, they have such grace as well, grace and stature, and with the wonderful music we're playing as well, it just really is quite evocative to see. As Ken flies now above the wind farm, aiming towards the pier, gracefully swooping away from the beach. You can see the wonderful design of the aircraft, a very distinctive shape. It's 33 feet long, its wingspan's also 33 feet, and empty, it weighs about 3.5 tons. Its maximum speed is over 1,000 kilometers an hour, which is pretty impressive. It can fly over 50,000 feet to its service flight ceiling. And it can fly almost 12,000 feet per minute with a load factor of up to 8 G.
Really is, as you say, combining power and grace. Incredibly good to see it here today. We put it closer up. Quite a stubby nose, if I can put it that way.
It's kind of a long entry, isn't it, front, which to me is typically a kind of historic jet from that Cold War era. It's so lovely that the Norwegian Air Force Historical Squadron are able to preserve their aircraft and use air shows to display these historic aircraft. The public can see them all around the UK and Europe, educate new and old generations on the important role of these historic aircraft and the role they played in aviation.
And when you see it like that, as we are, sort of flying knife edge, and it's like one wing down, one wing up.
That's correct, yes.
You really get to see that swept back wing look, doesn't it? It really does explain fantastically.
We've got a typically blue backdrop as they look down from Untitled Towers, and you can see the glint of the sun on the canopy of the aircraft. He flies past us, the wonderful silhouette, tipping the wings and doing a slow aileron roll as he goes past us along the beach.
Please welcome our two Strikemasters.
This afternoon we have Chris Heames in the lead aircraft, he's also a member of Team Raven, and in the wing aircraft we have Ian, Bertie, Brett, both ex-RAF pilots with lots of experience. I spoke to Ian, Bertie, Brett earlier in the week, and I asked him about Clacton because he used to display with the Ravens. He's flown here a couple of years in the past, and the airfield walk along the seafront to meet the audience and have an ice cream. He said it's a great show when the sun's shining like it is today, and he really enjoys flying on the East Coast here. You get a different perspective noted when you look back at your photographs that the sun actually shines on the top of the aircraft rather than behind like you do on a lot of the southeast shows, and it makes great photography. Chris has flown all around Essex and all over the county with a lot of instructional flying from North Wales, and he always loves flying over Essex. So the Strikemaster aircraft is a British jet-powered training aircraft. It's a BAC 167 Strikemaster. It was developed from the Hunting Jet Provost trainer, and it is really historic from British aviation point of view. The Strikemaster was modified with an uprated engine, wing hardpoints, capable of carrying 4 500-pound bombs, 2 machine guns, new communication, navigation gear, a different electrical system, and revised fuel system, including fuel tanks on the wingtip, improving the jet from the armed version of the Jet Provost. And eyes over to the boat over near the Bartello Tower as the Strikemaster pair fly a wonderful manoeuvre, one around the smoke trail of the other, banking out to the wind farm. Getting lots of rounds of applause on the beach here. I think everyone's really enjoying this.
Can I just make an announcement? If you're on the prom, can you just clear the prom as quick as possible? You'll hear a St John Ambulance cycle bike trying to get through, please, to offer some assistance to someone. So please heed the whistle, and just if you could make a path, a bit of a route on the lower prom.